following podcast may contain strong language. Listener discretion is advised. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Hallmark of Greatness podcast, a podcast dedicated to highlighting the beauty of all the Hallmark, Lifetime, straight-to-TV movies that don't get the admiration they fully deserve. I'm Anthony Burke, and with me as always are two people who many have nicknamed Pinky and the Brain. You decide who. He's currently getting a makeover against his will. It's Joe Higgins.
I mean, every day is a makeover against my will. Just let me be me.
He's presently on trial for taking the coffee stirrers from his local coffee shop and trying to sell them on the internet. It's Craig Lowe.
Well, they're free. It doesn't give you a maximum amount. They should put one per customer. If I want to take all of them.
Did I ever tell you the time I was in a McDonald's in Bolton and the police were called because youths were firing the straws at each other?
Oh, no.
Like when they were the plastic ones, yeah. And the police showed up and I was like, well, this is a great use of everyone's time, isn't it?
Classic Bolton. If you'd like to keep up to date with all things Hallmark of Greatness, you can follow the show on Twitter at Hallmark of Great, Instagram at Hallmark of Greatness. Or if you'd like to get in touch with any recommendations or thoughts or anything you think we may have missed, you can email the show at hallmarkofgreatness@gmail.com. We've got Facebook, just search for us on there. Joe's got a Twitch channel, which is a Hallmark of Greatness, I think.
Come on, yeah. I need to get back on that at some point. Yeah.
I
say that, I just don't have time at the moment to do it, sadly. But I will. I'll be back.
That's the end of the intro. How are we?
Fine. Tired.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah.
Fireworks season is upon us once again in the UK, so
animals beware.
Yeah, so I've now got to spend the next month comforting my dog constantly as he thinks the world's ending.
Should you not be comforting your dog anyway?
No, I mean, like, he's fairly independent, isn't he? Like, he just sort of...
It's like Beyonce.
He is like Beyonce.
An independent woman.
He is a boy. I don't know where you're going with this, Andy. Like,
it was a Destiny Child on Beyonce song, wasn't it?
It was a Beyonce, yeah.
Yes.
It's the one with the dance.
Yeah.
I'm doing this like, you know, can see it, yeah.
That's all I wanted.
But I think the whole Destiny's Child thing was about being independent women as well. Isn't the shoes on my feet, isn't that independent women? All the women who are over there, put your shoes on. Yeah. I don't know how it goes.
That was the first draft.
That was good.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Anyway, fucking hell.
This week's film I thought was Air. What did you think?
I enjoyed the role reversal of it.
Yes.
Because it wasn't the man being an arsehole, it was the woman being an arsehole, which makes a change in these films, which means that fake Chris Pratt stock is on the rise.
We can only hope. More of him is all good.
I mean, he is
like fake Chris Pratt.
Even doing the same facial expressions and stuff.
Very much so.
I also discovered as well the child in it, who I thought we'd seen before, but maybe it's his brother, was called Matteo Bolognaise.
Oh, really?
Which I thought we've seen a Bolognaise before. I'm sure we have.
Yeah. Part of the Bolognaise dynasty.
The acting dynasty of Bolognaise. They do them Dolmio adverts where they're all dressed up as puppets. And then, but his IMDb shows me now, unfortunately. So it might be his brother, but I don't want to go into
I'll Google Bolognaise family and then see.
Don't, because no good will come of that.
A Hint of Love.
2020's Hint of Love.
Just a hint.
As I've called this, all the other locations we've seen previously in other films. I was going, that's their house from that one. That's that cafe that's in all of them. Hint of Love. Helen Hint runs a successful female-only escape room called Helen Hint's Escape Room. She's not very imaginative. A business she has inherited from her legendary father, a private eye named Henry Hint. She is content with her life of solo clue-solving and stuff until her world is knocked arse over tit by handsome repairman Chip Throbloins after a drunken hen party smashes up all the clues in that and he has to come and fix them. Will Helen learn to escape from the puzzle of her lonely heart?
Beautiful.
It's hard sometimes, isn't it? Like, have you finished looking at the Bolognese acting dynasty, or am I just doing this on my own now?
Anthony Bolognaise
right,
was he someone else?
Was he in
All Things Valentine?
Yes. Well, there is a Bolognese family there. Then.
Wow. I don't know if they're brothers or not, but it would seem likely that they are.
Slightly
Matteo
odd.
and Anthony is Italian name.
Yeah.
He's
Nothing to
named
do with
after
the Bolognaise, not even remotely Italian.
No. He's named after the fizzy pink wine, Matteo, and yeah. Anthony's named after a slap-headed idiot.
That's me.
He was Italian.
Anything from the poster, Craig?
Good Lord, no. Just substitute any of these cooking films in there
Yep.
and just gurning aimlessly at the screen. It's fine. I give up with this bit completely now.
I agree.
I mean, it might be time to knock this on the head.
Yeah.
Hints of Love. A cookbook literary agent with culinary training is tasked with helping elevate the brand of a food channel personality known for his convenience-oriented recipes. However, as the agent works with her clients on a new cookbook, playfully clashing over everything from ingredients to taste, she must choose between following the directions of her heart or her boss.
Playfully?
I thought you would say, her butt then.
I think I misread that. I added the boss bit at the end.
It's fine. Yeah. Do you want to hear the trailer? It's 2 minutes.
Yeah, roll it.
Hey.
Do you always put in this much effort for every chef you work with?
The recipe calls for fresh, foraged ingredients.
If my name is going to be on the cookbook, then every recipe has to be perfect. Unlike other editors, I also make and test every recipe myself.
You are good.
Don't want to do with us to salad.
Little fryer.
Hey, man. Excuse me, miss. Would you mind?
I'm gonna get a lot of heat for using these pre-chopped onions, but I'm not a chef. I'm a single dad.
Then why are you teaching people?
So what's good here?
Everything.
You really don't like small talk.
Nope.
We need to start looking ahead to your next cookbook. We get somebody who can elevate your brand.
Oh, no.
You elevate Will Fryer's cookbook, we'll elevate you to partner.
Let me be clear. I was assigned to you.
Becky, this is my son, David.
Nice to meet you. I am Becky.
Would you like some orange juice?
Amazing.
I would love some orange juice. Whoa, do you even know how much that is?
It's the yummy amount. You have my cookbook.
Just because I have to stay on top of the trends. That is it.
You miss being a chef?
Yeah, I do, actually. Even had dreams of opening my own restaurant. What are you doing? Measuring?
Last time we talked, you two were arguing over pre-cut lettuce. We came to an understanding.
Describe it. Your dream restaurant.
Arches, like an Adobe cafe. Open kitchen. You can smell all the aromas.
I really wanted to do this for David. Give him tradition.
Nailed it.
You giving me your recipes?
Thanks, Mom.
The only thing you really need to know is that everything tastes better with a hint of love.
Where's the celebrity chefs?
Still didn't want any.
It doesn't matter what he wants.
None of the guests are the ones that I wanted here.
Well, she gave your family recipes. Someone doesn't do that if they're just looking to get a promotion.
Hopscotch. I could have done it with those on. I can't praise Becky Bayer enough. She reminded me that the most
This is the
important
entire
thing
film.
is home. I wish Becky good luck with her own home and restaurants in Brio. Table for two.
I mean, literally, for future references, we could just watch the trailers of these.
Yeah.
Because that is the film in the entire exact order that it is in as well.
Bloody up TV for you. Not keeping anything secret.
We open with some jazzy music and the traditional aerial shot of a town, which is it supposed to be Seattle?
Do we not start with a cold open before we get to all this? Is it not her walking through the woods like
foraging?
No,
previously on.
Before that, it's the opening
Oh,
shot.
do we get? I don't remember getting an opening area. I just thought
it's got a Space Needle thing, but there might be one of those in Canada.
There's one in Toronto. There's one
Toronto.
It's probably Toronto. Well, it's probably meant to be Toronto, but
It's also Seattle. I think you're right.
But that's what I thought it was Seattle. But yeah,
it's usually around Seattle that they base these on.
Becky and her friend Madeline are walking through a forest foraging. Yeah. Why? I don't know.
Because it's cool. All the kids are doing it.
Is it? She says
in that case, it's not going to be Toronto, I don't think. That's Seattle kind of thing.
Yeah, but later on when they're sitting outside in the freezing cold, it looks like it's like
Seattle's cold.
Well, anyway, they're foraging because I don't understand what Becky's job is.
She's
a cookbook editor, but she also takes pictures and improves them.
she's tried to elevate. So I assume chefs come to her with various
recipes,
and she's tasked with making them a little bit fancier,
changing them.
Yeah, essentially.
Right.
Making them fancier, better products.
Stronger.
Yeah. That's what I gleaned from the rest of the film. Is that's she's.
I was just left bewildered by what it was because she seemed to be like have many hats on simultaneously.
All the hats, all the cooking hats.
Yeah.
Wrote the theme tune, sang the theme tune.
Well, she's taking pictures of it, but then she made the food and took pictures of it. And I was like, surely the chef should make the food and you take pictures of it?
The chef out most of the time. The initial chef that she said, I'll cook the food. Yeah.
Klaus and his 3 gold stars.
3 gold stars because we're not allowed to.
Because he's
Michelin.
been a good boy, he's brushed his teeth and he's put the rubbish out today.
Clearly couldn't get Michelin involved.
No, but
she said, I'll cook your food. You start off now. You've given me the ideas. We'll put your face to it, essentially.
Madeline exclaims that she's in an open relationship with an avocado.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the first of many innuendos in this. And Madeline's job is that she is a baker because, of course, she's a woman in a Hallmark film, so she must bake.
Yep, tick.
Yep.
That's our list of things we need to write.
That's on the bingo card on the advent calendar. But also, Madeline ticks the box of being ethnic best friend as well.
Yes.
Super. They find some mushrooms that are just thrown haphazardly under a log just to be found.
Almost as if they weren't growing at all.
Nope. And then they go back and she starts preparing food to take pictures of it. And she goes, those vegetables aren't going to wash themselves. And then she washes mushrooms. And I was outraged because you don't wash mushrooms. They go all soggy. You brush the dirt out with a little pastry brush. So she knows nothing.
What sort of cookbook editor is this?
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, she's clearly bought
Hell's Kitchen with George doing this.
Well, yeah, Hell's Kitchen doesn't help. But she's clearly bought a spiralizer because everything, all the like salads in spiral form. And then she puts flowers on it, like edible flowers. Like, stop this now.
That's what it is. She makes things a lot more pretentious.
Well, yeah, I put several times I hate her in this because.
Well, we all do for long stretches of this film. It's only in like 15 minutes from the end where we start to get a bit of redemption for her.
When we get the arsehole turn, yeah.
Later on, I think she mentions the words culinary art, and I just wrote "get in the bin." Culinary art.
On one of the dishes she presents, she puts like a big handful of raw saffron on it as well. So that's going to taste delicious, isn't it? And be dead expensive.
Oh, yes, pretentious, expensive.
She's Burke, what she is.
Hey.
Madeline turns the TV on and we see Non Union Chris Pratt.
Yep.
Will Fryer, who is a convenience chef. He's not a chef. He's a single dad. He's a single dad who makes recipes for single parents, for convenience, for people who aren't confident in cooking but want to try and at least make a meal for their children, which is a very noble and worthwhile cause.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Right.
I think so. It seemed to me like it just happened upon him, where I think he just put a video up or something, and people liked it.
He was a sleeper hit on Amazon, apparently.
Couldn't get YouTube involved, but
we're told later on. Yeah, he is making chicken fingers, which I found out today are just long nuggets. Yeah, they're just.
Do you not know what chicken? Yeah, it's just goujons, mate.
Yeah, right. My sister pointed out that why are they called fish sticks in America and not fish fingers? But they'll have.
I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole of why things are called certain things in America.
We'll be here all day. But yeah, he's making chicken fingers. He says put them in the oven until they're GBD. Golden brown, delicious.
I wrote that down.
And then one of his many catchphrases, because he also has rock and roll as a catchphrase, and his other one is dirty hands are a sign of happiness. That's what he says. Becky scoffs at this, saying that mediocrity shouldn't be good enough. And I'm like,
they're watching him on TV currently.
Yeah. And Madeline's like, oh, he's quite fit though. He's nice. Madeline is mad for any male attention.
Anything with a pulse.
Film. Yeah. So much so that she would literally shag her friend's ex at the end of this film.
Like 5 minutes after her breakup,
Her friends, they're giving her the thumbs up at the side of the screen, but it's still gross and weird.
She's got a date with a critic.
No, sorry. So Bex starts taking the food, and she's like, "Oh, I'm supposed to have this meeting, but I don't want to do it." Blah de blah. Madeline snatches the plate off her, threats to throw it in the bin, and she says, "Tell me you're going to go on this date, or I'll stick my face in and not tell you how nice it tastes." Ooh. There we go. That's the first of many. It's filthy, this. I want to see how this scores on Dove.org.
Mike Shaw's already given it a -4 for the filthiest. I don't think Dove.org get the innuendos.
No, I don't.
They hear that and go,
I don't think it is an innuendo. I think it's just me.
Yeah.
Her mum and dad show up. They hand her some juice. She gives them leftover food, like some bizarre Saturday swap shop. Yeah. And her dad is the best actor because he just goes, "Who are you working with next? Nice." And then like,
"Hi."
And then she just goes and just shuts the door on her parents.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
And I was like, "You don't do that." It was COVID at the time, I guess, so maybe like she couldn't have them in, but she can drink juice that they've brought.
Yeah.
Make of that what you will.
Date with the critic.
We go to her office.
She's got a date with the critic. It's just the most boring man in the world. That's all I wanted to say.
No, I'll get to that. Don't worry. I've got a date with the critic. It's fine. We go to her office where Klaus comes out and has a go at her with the most outrageous accent. I couldn't place where it was from.
I guess it was a mixture of Europe, yeah.
I think it was Welsh and then French and then...
I think we were trying for French, but
French or German is what I assume he was trying.
He was like, "How dare you change my recipes, no?" And she's like, "I made them better. I made them like easier to understand, and we're not using this picture of you because that's outdated now. We've got to stay on the trends of this and stuff." Yeah. And I was like, "It's a cookbook.
Just write your own cookbook. Why are you ghostwriting everybody else's cookbooks?"
Yeah, like, is that a thing? I don't know, but.
I assume you have editors, but I don't think they come in and change.
Yeah, I don't think Ramsey rocks up with his latest 75 and they go, "No, all in the bin, Ramsey. Here's what you're doing."
No. Here you are, chicken fingers. Yeah. Actually, it's like checking for typos and putting it into a font that looks good and easy to understand.
Makes sense, yes. Not
going.
I'm going to go forage.
Saffron.
I'm going to go forage and cook all this so we can take a picture for you.
I'm going to wash my dirty mushrooms. Yeah. It's another Uwer. She has a copy of Will Fryer's first book, Get It Done.
Yeah.
No?
Which, no, I mean, it's going to get worn out, the Uwer board by the end of this. And he says that they're talking about making her a partner. In what? Yeah, because it's not a law firm. Is it a publishing house?
On the board of the cooking book publishing company.
But we only ever see this guy, so I think it's like the Elders of the Time thing in Loki. Yeah, it's like they're just robots, and he's just like we never see him. They couldn't afford other actors, I'm guessing.
I think it is just a publishing company for seemingly high-end books because they
do have uniform cover designs, which is appreciated, so they look nice on the shelf.
Easy to read. Yeah. I mean, the props department, fair play to them. They did well with the books in this. And then she has her date while she's waiting in the restaurant. Will Fryer comes in behind her and just gets chatting with her, and she literally looks at him like something she scraped off the bottom of her shoe.
Yeah, and I was like, who she is at this point, but she knows who he is. Why
would you? He's more famous. There's two blokes come over him and say, "Oh, Will Fryer, cheers. Like, you've taught me how to cook food for my child." And I'd be like, "That's all I ever wanted. Cheers." Yeah. Like,
God, she's a snob.
But she's like, "Oh, you disgust me. You don't even know what pate is, you Luddite." And I was like, "Fuck off with your massive forehead." Right? I just didn't understand why she's so snobbish about it. Yeah, and I think I've literally put food people are the worst people.
She's just a snob. That's all. She's just a very much a food snob at this point.
Oh, and then I genuinely thought we were going to get like a Michael and D'Angelo Vickers, where they were going to be waiting for the meeting, and it was going to be with each other.
Yeah,
but that didn't come to fruition.
That comes for another 10 minutes when we try and sort out the new client.
Yes. It's the restaurant of Esteban Ole, who isn't a real person.
Ole.
Did you check this was a real person?
Yes, I did, because I thought they might have done. Like, sometimes they sneak real things in, but he's not. Robert appears, and they sit down and have a meal.
They have such good chemistry.
He is trying his best, but it must be hard with that light bouncing off a forehead. Right.
I mean, you're saying all this when I've got my big shiny head on camera.
Oh mate, one of my reviews is like, don't throw shade at people with massive foreheads, and I was like, they should put a shade over their massive forehead. Yeah, and so he's like, "Oh, I've ordered." She goes, "Oh, we didn't order this," and he's like, "Oh, I got the chef to make it special because I know it."
Yeah,
they were at a really fancy restaurant
really fancy seafood restaurant.
Yeah, seafood restaurant, and he's made them make macaroni cheese.
He's such a
good seafood. Yeah. You're there for a reason.
It has got lobster and Gruyere in it.
It's not mac and cheese, then, is it?
Well,
no, some sort of weird lobster pasta cheese. Horrendous cheese and lobster. What's going on?
What is this?
What is this?
But he's like, "Oh, it's your favorite comfort food," and I was like, "She's sitting there eating mac and cheese and drinking red wine." I'm like, "It's me when I have a depressive episode." I mean, she's not eating like a bucket of it at a time. Yeah.
It's the
with mac and cheese.
Worst relationship. That's all. Worst start of relationships.
And then, it's the start of the relationship. But as it pans away, there's just this woman staring at a fork with lettuce on it. Because, like, she can't eat it, obviously, but just like, just glaring at it, which I thought was nice.
Unless it was like the 20th tick, she'd eaten so much of that beforehand. She's looking at it
no
going,
more lettuce. It's 2 icebergs already.
Fucking
he's
hate
food
food
critic,
people.
which is important for you because he's another snobby food critic. He's another snobby kind of food guy.
I'm like, how hard is it to be a food critic? As
know,
Andy Dwyer said, this soup is bad.
I like the fact that you brought in an actual Chris Pratt character for this.
It is though. It's so strange. Will is talking to his publisher, Stevie.
Stevie is correct. Yeah.
Oh, he's his guy. I don't know what he is. I think he's like his assistant
manager,
producer of the thing. Yeah, manager, producer of the.
And his next cookbook, he wants to do southwestern food because he went to Albuquerque as a child, which is confusing.
His mum used to make it or something. Wasn't
yeah,
it?
he's very into his mum's recipes.
He's very insistent on it being the food that his mum cooks him, even though he doesn't know what his mum cooks him.
No,
or any of the recipes. He demands that be the entirety of the cookbook.
This was the bit where I was like, this makes no sense. Because it's like, I wouldn't try and make food. I have no idea what it is.
No.
You can't start making something and go, then it's a paella. It doesn't work like that.
Also, surely a single parent, you're not really asked about where it's specifically southwestern food. You're just like, food.
To be fair, all the stuff he makes in the end is like tacos, fajitas, burritos.
Just get some El Paso.
Just get an El Paso kit, mate. Like, it's all in there. All you need to do is add some grated cheese and some, I don't know. His child.
But that's also what she wants to do as
Freddie
well.
Bolognaise.
When she was asked by her friend if you could do your own cookbook, what would it be? She said because of where she grew up, she'd do a southwestern.
Yes, her mum is typically southwestern.
So separately, they both want to do a southwestern style cookbook.
Hers wants to have a French twist on it. Whatever eyes later on, we find out. But I don't know what that means. They've not done that on Rat Kitchen Nightmares yet. So his child asks for a drink, and he pours him the biggest glass of orange juice I've ever seen anyone give anyone. And he says, "Look, you've been a sleeper hit on Amazon, but everyone thinks you're a joke. The late night talk show hosts have been making jokes about you." And I'm like, there's no such thing as bad publicity, is there? Like,
why does he care? He has a successful television show and already a published cookbook that was apparently very successful, enough so that he's getting a second one.
And he's getting recognised in public.
I find it hard to believe that the late night talk show host would rip into someone who's trying to do something.
Have you seen this guy? He's cooking food for single parents. Huh.
Oh, he uses pre-chopped onions. What a bastard! Yeah,
there's not much material there for them to go.
Not really. Like, didn't like Jamie Oliver do a similar 30-minute meal thing?
Yeah,
and everyone was like, "That fat-tongued idiot's a genius." Chris Pratt was doing it. Everyone hates him. I don't understand. But he's like, we need to get Becky Bauer on board.
Is that her first surname, Becky Bauer?
Becky Bayer, sorry.
Oh, Bayer.
Because she is the most sought-after cookbook editor in the world. And I'm like, is that a competitive market?
Is there more than one?
Those them all.
There's two.
I hate her. I hate her so much. But she is looking at some pictures of food that she has taken, and she says, I don't like this picture. The duck egg is overwhelmed.
Come on.
Words are being
putting
spoken.
googly eyes on it then. But yeah, they are told that by whoever the big boss man is. I can't remember. Is he called Marty? Yeah, he is. That they've signed Will for his new book, and she is going to be working with him. And she's like, I don't want to. And he's like, do it. Dangling this partner in front of her.
This made-up job role.
Yeah. If you do this and make it successful, you can have this partnership job, which she's been working at for 10 years.
Yeah, but who's going to edit the cookbooks then? There's no apprentice. There's no one standing in the wings.
There is no Padawanners. There's not anyone.
We're just ruining our business
Still
model by
her.
promoting her.
She just gets a title bump.
Yeah.
Yeah. We cut to her house, which is the same house from
all the films.
All of them. It's got Christmas lights up anyway.
Of course it was there.
And they're watching Will on TV making lasagna, and he uses the phrase, you don't want to biff it, right? And then I was like, that's not a phrase. And she goes, no, it means to make a mistake. Like, I'm like, no, to whiff means to make a mistake.
Was it the audience go, no.
Well, I was like, right, I'm going to look this up. Urban Dictionary.
Oh, dear.
Biffing. To attack someone with vigor, it's like biff them on the nose. To have sex very enthusiastically. To stroll about aimlessly. None of these have anything to do with failing.
No.
So they've made something up there once again.
Fair play to them.
Yeah. And then she's like, I'm going to make him change his ways and we'll get something great. And then they drink wine from massive egg cups.
They're constantly going about elevating. She wants to elevate him.
Elevate his brand.
Yeah, that's he wants to keep his. She wants to elevate his brand, and he wants to maintain it. Which I don't see anything wrong with it. He's doing fine.
Yeah,
I agree.
Ignore the haters. Those two guys in the restaurant were very.
It's the same with the last film he was in. He was doing fine, but suddenly they want to change what he's doing.
This is the exact same film. Yeah. Thus far, it's the same film as last week.
Luckily, it didn't quite go to that.
Yeah,
extreme.
No, luckily, in the next couple of minutes, we realise that this particular character has a pair of balls and tells her where to go.
Yeah. So the next day, she shows up at his house.
This is where
she claims they've got he claims we've got a hill to climb. She says it's like Mount Everest squared. Whatever that is. And then there's loads of boring talking about like he makes stuff in 20 minutes. He doesn't measure stuff.
Yeah, he wants to make it. Well, I did write it down. He's trying to make things quicker and easier for single parents.
Spend more time with his kid. Yeah.
But also, you come home from work at 5, 6 o'clock, whatever it is. You don't have time to start foraging in the forest for ingredients.
What's for tea? We have to go out and get some nuts and berries, Samuel.
He just wants to make things quicker and easier. So, like you say, you can have your dinner, go and sit down with your kid and watch TV or whatever it is you're going to do.
I don't measure any spices when I'm cooking. It's literally that looked right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's the bit where he goes, it's the yummy amount. Yeah. And then she puts a teaspoon of something, which is more than it. That's like a tablespoon she puts on. And like a cup. And he goes, teaspoon, tablespoon. I was like, come on, mate. That's like a mountain of chili pepper there. His kid comes in and he's like, oh, you're going to help my dad learn how to make stuff. I like Pop Tarts. And she goes, I'll make you something better than I'll show you something better than Pop Tarts. And the kid goes, what? And I've put, it's going to be a boobs, isn't it? It's a secret, and then he asks for scrambled eggs, and then he literally shits his pants when she breaks an egg and puts it in a bowl. This kid is like, he's seen his dad cook when he made them chicken fingers. There was an egg wash there, so this kid's an idiot.
He just
pre-bought egg wash. He's never seen an actual egg. It's all bought in a bottle.
Also, are American eggs that white? They look really white, them eggs.
Well, we were discussing earlier that they're quite yellow.
No, the yolk's quite yellow.
The yolks? No. When he put them on the side, the shells were like bright white.
Bright white, yeah. American eggs
Goose
out.
egg. Goose
Goose
egg.
eggs.
Quail egg. Rat egg.
You're just saying words now, aren't you?
My head egg.
Yeah, you big fluffy. She's sitting there looking through recipes, and she finds her book for her restaurant that's called like Sombrero.
Sombrero.
That's what I thought. I was like,
before we get to that bit, there was a point I think at this here where he makes a very good point where he says his kid is going to be the final taste tester.
Yes.
And she kind of turns her nose up at that. Like, why would you have a kid? But his demographic is essentially kids. Yeah. So it makes sense to produce this thing
if
for
a
a
kid
kid.
will eat it, then you've done your job, haven't you?
Yeah. But again, another part of her snobbiness of this kid will know
them
nothing.
kids, I think she says.
Yeah.
That's a direct quote from the film.
Mushrooms and quail eggs on everything.
and saffron. Mate.
Saffron by the bucket load.
20 quid worth of saffron she threw on there. Not even cooked. Waste. Yeah, but she's looking through this thing, and this is her dream hotel, dream restaurant book.
Restaurant.
Called Sombrero. But with the way the camera was framed before it panned it over, it was just a box with Brillo written on it, and I just thought it's got a load of scouring brushes and that in there. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, this was her dream. She trained to be a cordon bleu chef,
and then started editing cookbooks.
And then started editing cookbooks. You know
where the money is, apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
Chase the money. Chase that sweet partnership after 10 years.
10 years. And then the next day she comes back, and then they get into an argument over of the southwestern cuisine. Like, there's only 2 types of sauce, red and green. I don't know what that means.
Southwestern cuisine. We saw someone dance on some cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
Yeah, no one's doing. Chris Pratt ain't breakdancing on no Frosties, is he? He wants to microwave some meat to defrost it, and she's like, "No, that's disgusting," and it is. If you've ever microwaved meat,
let's not do that. Yeah.
And he's like, "Right, I'm going to prove to you I can make a meal in 20 minutes." And he starts throwing shit about. And I was genuinely hoping that Ainsley Harriott was going to pop out and be like, "Ooh, rub your meat." Yeah, but he sadly doesn't. And at this point, they're both kind of jerks at this point because neither are willing them to concede the point that they need help.
Yeah. No, I guess so.
He makes this thing and then he goes, "Ha, told you, 30 minutes. I went, "No, you said 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Play by your own rules, son." She eats some of it and goes, "Yeah, I haven't been sick into a bin yet, so it must be good." There's something to work with there, I believe she says. She meets Robert and they go for a walk. Robert's wearing a turtleneck, so he's an automatic arsehole.
It's not a pretentious arsehole.
I think he becomes a vampire at some point.
when Jim turns into a vampire.
Yes, he's got very...
The Office.
Yeah, there was a red flag in it, a man in a turtleneck. And they go to a place called Book and Bean, which is a bookshop and coffee shop, because Madeline has a cookbook out, The Power of Pie.
Ooh,
She's doing a signing for 6 people.
Yeah, that's because who wants an autograph cookbook?
I mean...
From a random baker.
Unless it's Gordan Ramsey. And then you just
Ramsey,
like, have you not got an autobiography I could have?
People like signed stuff, I guess.
You can sell it on the internet as well.
Ringo Starr won't sign anything anymore because of that, no?
Yeah.
Which has only increased the value of everyone's
Ringo. And yeah, I'm not quite sure what this is to prove, this scene.
I think it's there to prove that
snobbiness,
there's some sort of minor attraction between these 2 cider characters.
Oh, okay.
She's like, "Oh, it's a bit nice," and he's like, "Oh, pie, nice," and that's about it. And it's like, it doesn't make sense at the time. Once you get to the end of the film, it's sort of like, was that foreshadowing or was that just clumsy screenwriting?
I think clumsy, yes. We cut back to Becky and Will having another argument. She wants to put fajitas in the book. He doesn't want to. He wants to put nachos in the book. She doesn't want to. He says, "I'll draft your fajita if you draft my nachos."
ooh,
It probably isn't, but it's been a while.
And in her defense, a cookbook that has nachos in it, aka packet of corn chips in a casserole dish, cover with cheese, put in the oven for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but if it's for single parents with kids, you just
chili on there, or like nice pulled pork or something.
Again, it's still not a recipe.
It's assembling, isn't it? Yes. It's buying a pre-made pizza base and calling that making pizza, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, that's what I did at the weekend. Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't try and write a fucking cookbook based on that, did you? Anthony Bolognaise pizza time.
Have we had the part yet where they decide that they need this cookbook a lot quicker and a lot sooner?
Yes.
You've not got the year to make this. You've got 2 weeks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Speed cookbooking.
We're doing this for a summer release, despite the fact it's clearly winter outside and everyone's got mad coats on. And at this point, I've got, why can't she just get what he's trying to do?
Yes, it baffled me for a long time of understand what his demographic and thing is
what
it's
he's
for
trying to
single
do
parents for their kids. You're not looking to make it for some posh.
No
one's opening their
with
own
things
restaurant
you
with
have
these
in
meals.
the house or can be easily obtained.
Yes,
that isn't going to go off quickly. So buying fresh herbs and stuff is a waste of time because you put them in the fridge and immediately they go, "Oh, I'm dead." It's
They may taste nicer, yes, but it's not feasible for his demographic.
So they go and look at other cookbooks in Book and Bean, and this is the first time we get that. Oh, they're into each other here.
Yeah, a few times we had these kind of scenes where I just wrote connecting.
Yes,
because that's all it felt like. That's just what we're showing. We're showing connecting.
And despite being in a shop that clearly sells coffee, he says, "Do you want to go and get a coffee?" Not in here though, because it's shit.
It's shit.
And then they leave, and he's go anyway. So my wife died. His wife died when Tony Bolognese was 2. He's now
Ron Bolognese.
Oh, sorry, Mateus Bolognese, Fizzy Pink Bolognese was 2. He's now 8. So 6 years ago, they go into the same cafe where all these frigging things are filmed, and have 2 lattes, and then leave. And it's just to show that they're getting on.
It's just a change of scenery for us in the audience.
Yeah. And then we just get a load of them learning stuff off each other, learning to get on.
Right, this seems like a good point to do the quiz.
Do it!
Quiz it.
Anthony's quiz. It's Anthony's quiz.
That's good. I'll work with that. All right.
Thanks. Random celebrity cookbooks. I'm going to give you a clue as to the celebrity, and it is very random, I think.
What's the challenge? We have to guess what the name is.
You have to guess who the celebrity is.
So you're going to be the name of the cookbook?
No, just the name of the celebrity, because the cookbooks are just generally titled "My Cookbook."
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, there was no.
I understand.
There was nothing fun. Just name the celebrity who's done his cookbook. I'll start with Craig. The clue for this person is, "Oh, here it goes."
Ah, I know this one. I've encountered this one in the past. This is Cooking with Coolio.
Cooking with Coolio. Coolio had a web-based TV show called Cooking with Coolio on the My Damn Channel network in 2008. And this was a cookbook from it.
Wow. I wonder what was in that.
Chicken.
All right.
The tagline on his book says, "The Ghetto Gourmet. 5-star meals at 1-star price."
I do know somebody who actually owns this.
Really?
Yeah, I know somebody who owns this.
Yeah, hold on that one.
I want to see what's in there, yeah. I want to see if it's like gangsters pasta dice and stuff like that.
Nice.
It's the only Coolio song anyone knows.
And the Keenan and Kel soundtrack.
Yes. Sure.
Can't tell her. Somebody's in trouble. Oh, here it goes.
Oh, no, I'm cutting this.
Joe. He is the brother-in-law to Emily Blunt, and also has been in the Terminal, Devil Wears Prada, and Hunger Games. Oh. I don't have any
Stanley Tucci?
Stanley Tucci.
The Tooch?
Yeah.
Isn't there quite a famous video of him like making like a cheese sandwich or something at 3 a.m?
I think during lockdown, I think he did a lot of stuff on maybe TikTok or YouTube, I don't know what, where he was doing little cookery things, I think, and cocktaily stuff.
What's Stanley Tucci's cookbook called? If it's not,
he's got 2. I'm not sure what the second one's called, but his first one.
It's not Munch with the Tooch, then.
The Tucci Table.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Tooch Cool for School would have been a good one.
But I think that's his second one. I'm not sure his first one is, but.
Tooch in Club.
Tucci. So that's 1-1. Craig.
Yes.
Retired actor. Was in Scooby-Doo.
Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze Jr. I don't know why these people have got cookbooks.
That's because he has to stay at home while Sarah's out being a real actor.
It's called Back to the Kitchen, like he'd been there before.
That's what she yells at him when he tries to get out of the house.
Junior, back to the kitchen.
I want to go Comic-Con and do a panel. Back in the kitchen.
I want to be. He's all that like the other one.
The last phone me to go for a drink.
Joe, back to you. Singer turned proper chef. She was.
Oh, it's a she.
She was recently on Masked Singer in the UK.
Oh, fuck knows, mate.
If I said milkshakes to you, Ellis, yeah.
What?
She trained at Le Cordon Bleu.
I say she trained to be a chef. Yeah. I remember reading that.
The milkshakes literally brought all the boys to the yard.
Yeah, she's genuinely a proper chef now, I think. I don't know what
Fair enough.
But, yeah.
Good for her. Yeah.
I think
It's
when she did the Masked Singer here, I think it was only last year or the year before. I think at that point she was training to be. I think that's what she said, isn't it? Yeah, training to be a chef at that point.
Oh man, you want to see that on Kitchen Nightmares, don't you?
Well, yeah, Kelly. Yeah, she could be the sous chef.
Kelly's, it's raw.
So that's 2-2. Craig, there's only a few more. One of the Desperate Housewives.
Terry Hatcher.
And she was Sophia on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's all I've got. I don't know what else she did. Sophia was the lawyer that Jake went out with. Joe.
Oh, I know what you mean. I don't know her name.
I don't know who the other Desperate Housewives were, but that's all I could see that she was really well known for. I recognise her name.
Terry Hatcher and that other one.
Terry Hatcher and there's two other ones. William H. Macy's missus who went to jail for bribing unis.
It's not that one. It's the other one then.
The redhead?
Craig, that's an incorrect one. It's Eva Longoria.
Oh, of course Eva Longoria was in Desperate Housewives. I completely forgot she was in that.
To be fair, I wasn't who I was thinking of.
Wasn't it? All right.
And I literally watched that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine the other day.
It was on, yeah. So that's what. She's got a cookbook called Eva's Kitchen. Cooking with love for family and friends. That's all they ever are, is cooking for family and friends.
I like cooking for strangers. Yeah. On a train.
Joseph.
Hello.
One of the most well-known female artists with a very distinctive voice. I've got a secondary clue. She got 25 number ones on the Billboard country charts.
Oh, country?
Yeah, man.
Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton. And the book that's here is called Dolly's Dixie Fixins.
Ooh. See, that's good. I bet the tagline's like, home style cooking.
Love, laughter, and lots of good food from my Tennessee mountain kitchen.
Good. I like Dolly Parton. I would literally die for her.
That's 3-2 to Joe. Craig.
Wait, 3-2? I've not got. Oh.
Yeah, you didn't get Longoria right, did you?
Even longer go over you.
Craig, this woman had 2 very famous marriages and famous kids who were famous for no reason whatsoever.
Vague.
She was married to one of the lawyers in the O.J. Simpson case.
Well, is it a cat? It's not one of the Kardashians. It's their mum.
It's their mum, yeah. Kris Jenner. I'll give you that one.
Kris Jenner, yeah.
Yeah. Kris Jenner, who's I only put this in because the tagline of her book really annoyed me. Kris is spelled with a K, obviously, and this is a collection of Kardashian Jenner family favourites. The collection is spelled with a K, and I wanted to absolutely shoot someone.
That's the thing they're leaning into, then, is it?
Yep.
Spelling things with a K.
Yep.
I'd like to know what's in that, because they look like they don't eat fuck all, to be honest.
I imagine she did not write this.
All the recipes end up with stick fingers down throat.
Yeah, I can't imagine she did any kind of writing or preparing for that cookbook.
No, it's a quick Christmas cash grab, isn't it? Yeah.
The next one, Joe. Most famous in my eyes as the backing singer in The Wedding Singer. In a way, it's not actually him.
You mean Boy George?
Boy George, yeah.
You know how much I hate Boy George. Oh Christ, what's that? A load of
Boy
drugs?
George. It's called Karma Cookbook.
Fucking of course it is, yeah.
Great tasting dishes to nourish your body and feed your soul.
I bet he's wearing that stupid massive hat on the front cover as well.
No, unfortunately, that's just his eyes, I think, or someone's eyes that are painted. Whoa. Boy George, yes.
I hate
one more
so
each,
much.
and then it's a special one.
It's been going on for ages, this quiz.
No, sorry. Because there's lots to talk about with these people. Craig, a TV presenter and singer whose one and only album reached 92 in the charts in 2017.
2017?
I can give you a better clue, but I don't want to. Yeah. No, it's too easy. TV presenter and singer whose album reached 92 in the charts in 2017.
I want to say Chris Kamar.
No. I think he did better than that.
I don't think he did.
Craig, DIY SOS.
Oh, mate.
Oh, God, what's his name? Can't remember.
It's alliterative.
It is alliterative-ish.
Go on.
Nick
It's
Knowles.
Nick Knowles.
Oh, of course it's Nick Knowles.
It would have been better if it was Handy Andy.
Yeah. That's all I had in my head. I was like,
Nick Knowles' cookbook. Jesus, wept.
Proper healthy food. Hearty vegan and vegetarian recipes for meat lovers. What? I didn't read that part earlier.
Yeah, it'll be where it's like you can replace
your
fried
bacon
chicken
with
by putting cauliflower in the bin and having some chicken.
I'm happier, healthier, and fitter than ever. No rabbit food guaranteed. Cheers, Nick.
I hope he gets his face concreted into a wall.
Right, 2 more. Joe, this one's yours.
90.
You get one guess at this, and only one guess.
I like the sudden
clue
death aspect you introduced in the last round.
The clue is sister.
Oh, which one is it?
50-50, innit?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Tamara Mowry.
Oh, no.
That's it, Tia.
It's Tia. Yeah, I think she has a cookbook a cooking program, I think, on YouTube or something.
Is she leathered all the time on Tia Maria? Is it called Tea Time with Tia?
Right, I'm going to assume it's a draw and give you this final one. First one to get it wins.
Oh, man, this is why I wish we'd bought their buzzers.
The clue, a recipe for seduction.
Colonel Sanders.
Mario Lopez.
Oh, man.
Mario Lopez has a cookbook.
I can't tell the difference between the two anymore, so technically I was correct.
Mario Lopez has a cookbook called Extra Lean, the fat-burning plan that changes the way you eat for life. Lose up to 14 pounds from the first 14 days. Cheers, Mario.
Thanks, Mario. And thank you, Anthony, for that long and confusing quiz. It's not your best one, I'll give you that. But it was good. I enjoyed it.
Watch out, Nick Knowles. I'm coming for your TV presenting job.
I hate Nick Knowles. I hate Nick Knowles almost as much as I hate Boy George.
And the film.
Back to the film. Back to the moment. Yeah, they're learning to get on, learning to compromise. He's learning to measure stuff. She's learning not to be a snob about shit. And she goes to see her parents.
As they always do in these films.
Her mum goes, "Oh, so what are you working on now?" And she goes, "Southwestern food." And her mum goes, "Southwestern?" I thought it was strange. They go for a walk, do Will and Becky, and he just like pushes her into this abandoned building, which is a restaurant that's for thingy. They have a walk around. She tells him her dreams and wishes, and I put this is basically the first 4 seasons of Hell's Kitchen for the finalists, where they got to redesign the dining room, and then they abandoned that because it got too expensive. She's like, there'll be an old
like the guy who came in to change it all.
He was, in fact, they tried to introduce like an element of tension. Like, will the 6-foot butter sculpture that fires water out of it work? And it was like, yeah, of course it will.
So you've got lots
Otherwise, you don't get paid. This is how. She's like, there is an open kitchen, so you'll be able to smell things. And she closes her eyes and goes, "Smell it." I think this is where they have a taste test thing.
Whilst they're going around that empty building, I think she realizes. Oh no! With the chat with the parents, she realizes that normal people can't forage for food and stuff. It's unrealistic.
It is unrealistic.
When she's looking around that restauranty place, they nearly have a bit of a kiss, but they don't.
Yeah, because they realise there's still 40 minutes of the film left.
Yes, very much so.
Robert.
Then we get the taste testing.
No, before that, Robert comes into her office.
Oh, sorry.
And looks at a piece of paper that's got all these recipes on it, and he's like, "Oh, is this his thing? That's a bit shit, isn't it?" And she goes, "No, that's my menu for my imaginary restaurant." And he's like, "I stand by what I said."
Yeah, you could do better. Work on
it. And then he flies off.
Yes, he becomes a very snobby.
Yeah,
again.
I was like, I think this is where he becomes a vampire. Yeah. We show them making, I'm not sure what they are. They look like stuff wrapped in corn husks, but I don't know enough about sort of Southwestern cooking to say what they were. But they do the classic touching hands while going for, they're not burritos. Touching hands while going for the same thing in the bowl, which is my first -1 on Dove.org there. Inappropriate touching.
Unmarried touching.
Yeah.
Unmarried touching, as they call it. That's what the kids are calling it these days.
Down the docks. They invite Madeline, Robert, Stevie, and Matteo Fizzy Bolognese to taste their menu. All of them, basically.
All the cast.
To taste the food. Young Sheldon doesn't like it. Matteo Bolognese. Oh, there's also some sweet Mexican jazz playing in the background at this point. Robert's a jerk, and he's like, I got diarrhea twice in Chiquita. Different occasions.
I'd be worried if it was the same one. Diarrhea
just had your starter, and then I was like, right, I feel better now. I'll go for my main.
Robert basically is like, it's fine, but it's basic. But I guess that's what you're going for, isn't it? You fuck. And he's like, all right.
Well, to be fair, that's what you get when you get like a cordon bleu food reviewer to review mac and cheese and burritos.
That was the.
I'm sorry. There's not 75 recipes on that table. They haven't reviewed fuck all.
No, they're doing the best ones. They're not. It's not. It's a nightmare when they put that huge tray out.
Is he rocked the nachos out? Has he got the casserole dish out with the Doritos and put 2 different types of cheese on there as well as some
paper at the bottom? Don't have to wash it up then. And Will basically realizes at this point that they're going to have to make a compromise because
it's when he looks at his kid who is pulling his face a little bit and he's like,
Fizzy Bolognese is just pushing it around his plate. He doesn't like it, so he's like, right, I'm going to have to make a compromise to make things that kids will eat and not just things that are quick, that I can smack them. So
maybe not do this made-up Southwestern cookbook where you don't have any recipes for.
Well, luckily.
Yeah, as luck would have it, random stranger decides to donate her entire family heritage to unknown man.
No, that's her mum, isn't it?
Yeah, it's her mum, but she don't know him.
Like that she was a random stranger a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly, here you go.
You have all
Here's
my
everything that I was going to put in my cookbook.
You have to put it with me delivering juice to you randomly at any time.
Free juice and recipes? Sign me up.
Yeah, so they go around, they make this spread, they sit outside on the balcony in the middle of winter to eat it because you can see their breath. It's cold.
I think even with these recipes, I wrote down what single parent possibly has all these ingredients. I think even still they were using ingredients that you think, you're just not going to have these in the house.
No.
I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was just like, this is daft.
Again, it's stuff that you can buy and keep. It's store cupboard stuff.
Remember, I wish I'd written down what it was. I think there was certainly something that was like, nobody has this.
Ain't nobody getting
around.
That.
Yeah. You wouldn't use it often enough to warrant buying it.
So her family have given him all their generations of family recipes. And then he tells a story about how he made sandwiches with power tools. And they laugh and laugh and laugh.
Is this when
like that was the funniest joke and punchline. Yeah, there's no big salad on the table, though, I checked.
No. Even that I found weird that they're having a big family meal.
It's the same balcony as in An Unusual Groom as well, or whatever the first one was we did.
Inconvenient Groom?
Inconvenient Groom. Yeah.
I remember the first one we did.
I remember the locations of it, because at least it looked nice and sunny then, but this looked like it was filmed in the middle of winter. So
that's because the Christmas films are done in the middle of summer. Yeah. Everything else has to be done in winter.
You say that, they banged these out in about 2 weeks, I guarantee. So then Becky and Madeline are in their running gear, but with massive puffer jackets on, walking down a stream. And she's like, I don't know whether I should pack in my 10 years of stuff and follow my dream of getting a restaurant. And Madeline goes, you should pack it in and go and get the restaurant. And she's like, I don't know. And Madeline goes, I've just told you.
Yeah, just do it.
Says, it's too pricey. Well, there's your decision made for you then. If it's too pricey, you can't afford this.
Oh, mate. As the most sought after cookbook editor in the world, she must have coin.
Well, she can do it. She's got that reputation now. She can quit the company and just do it freelance.
Yeah, freelance.
Just bank all the money.
Make all the money. Yeah.
You say she's got a reputation. Nobody has a clue who she is because she's just she'll be a little footnote at the bottom of each.
Not even a footnote. As we learn later when he starts dedicating this damn book to her, true, it's like the first time it's ever been done for her.
Yeah.
Yep. And she goes, "Come on, I'm going to make you a tart."
Ooh.
And she goes, I love your tarts. Yeah. And they run off. We cut to them in Will's house. Yes. They cut to them in Will's house, and I noticed, Harvey noticed something here. That Becky is now wearing colourful clothing. All the way through it, she's been in quite drab greys and browns and stuff. She's wearing like a floral print here, and I was like, I didn't pick up on that because she's become more open and
she's connecting with the kid.
Yeah, that fucking kid. I mean, show a kid your boobs. He'll do anything like, I guess. They're trying to write the introduction. He's trying to write the introduction, but he can't because he ain't good with the words. And then we get more family bonding with them all. Like, they do hopscotch, and it's like, will you be my new mum? And she's like, no, I hate you. Also, it's weird you've seen my boobs now. Robert shows up at her office with some surprise flowers that he has stolen off the graveyard where he woke up this morning.
Just tied into the vampire theme.
Yes. And she says to him, what do you think I should do? And he's like, oh, it is expensive. And you are nearly partner. And I'm like, wait, you encourage your girlfriend's dreams, mate. Yeah.
This is why I say earlier, it's the worst relationship. They just seem to have nothing
in common.
Apart from the love of snobby food.
Yeah. They do acknowledge this at the end. At least they have the balls to say, both of them go, this isn't working. There's no like tears before bedtime. It's literally like, this isn't working. And he goes, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So,
we had fun.
It feels like they've been together for months, but obviously it's like a week.
No, it's 2 weeks, isn't it? They've got 2 weeks to do it. It's speed cookbooking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finish out the rest of the recipes. Fizzy Bolognaise approves of it, and she says the word perfect like 3 times in a sentence. This tastes perfect. This is perfect. And they get quite close, and you think, oh, they're going to have a kiss here. But they don't, because that would be a negative one.
Because there's still 15 minutes of the film left to go.
There's still 15 minutes left of the film to go. She goes into the office, and Marty is furious because they haven't elevated him up. Yeah. They've sort of lowered themselves to his level. Yeah. And she's like, but this'll sell well. This is like good stuff. And he can't. No, we can't do that. We only print cookbooks where, everything's covered in gold leaf and there's like got a dodo egg on it. And she's like, well, this is dumb.
Yeah. And he goes, just using it for a cash injection anyway. We can dump him after this one book. It's like, were you signing him up for a multi-book deal here? What's going on?
Yeah, there's supposed to be one book.
Just very quickly, it wouldn't have a dodo egg. Dodos have been extinct for a while now.
That's what I'm saying. It was the ludicrous nonsense of it. They never existed anyway. It was just lazy turkeys. I found out today that the German for turkey translates to threatening chicken. So that's good.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And he's like, we're gonna have the launch party at my house, and we're not inviting any of the scum.
Yeah.
And she's like, but I like the scum.
Will wanting to invite a bunch of single parents to come and
a lot of food bloggers, a lot of single dad food bloggers. The people who will actually promote this book to the target audience.
No, that's not how it works. We need celebrity chefs and Paris Hilton probably
and Klaus.
Yeah, they've stitched her up. He says to her, come on, Becky, be a team player. And then I put brackets, up your game, Anthony. Close brackets.
What?
Nothing.
Just a look of fear in his eyes then with the magic words of upping his game.
So Becky gets there. It's full of all these rich blurts. She's like, where are all the hot single dads in this area?
I think the words are, where the single fellas at? That's what she says.
Will and Stevie appear, and they're like, this is kind of not our thing, is it? And he's like, no, I know, but like, I'm assuming like this is Becky's done this for a reason. Yeah. And then he goes over and he says like, why have you done this? And he's like,
wait. Before that, he's managed to find her a cheaper deal on the restaurant.
He has phoned him up, and he said
he's done nice things.
It's been vacant for a while, so they've been prepared to negotiate on price.
Yeah,
and she's like, no, I'm going to just continue working here because I've nearly made partner. And then we get the let me explain moment, which she does explain, and he just goes, I'm out anyway.
I put a let me explain in capital brackets-ish.
Yeah.
Because when he's telling her about the cheaper deal on the restaurant, I think what's he called? Marty?
Yeah.
He comes over and... No, Marty.
Or Marty,
her boss.
Yeah, Marty boss. He comes over and
E names.
I know. He comes over and tells her that she's got the partnership in front of him, and that's when he realizes,
that's why she's done this.
I don't know why he's put 2 and 2 together for that. She
He's a
might have
smart
just
guy.
got a promotion.
You got to assume, which is what the whole "let me explain" situation
Wasn't really being used though. She was work for hire.
No,
he hired her.
Again, let me explain. This isn't the case.
Yeah, but she does. She says, "No, I didn't do this. Marty did this." And he says, "Yeah, but weren't you in charge of it?" And she goes, "Technically, yes." And then he says, "Did you use me to get a promotion?" And she goes, "No." And he goes, "I don't believe it," and walks off. And she's like, "Oh, okay." She goes over to Marty and she goes, "You know what? Stick this job up your ass, mate."
He does a speech first.
Find somebody else to write the recipes.
But that speech is chatting. No, nothing really.
Will does a speech where he does his dedication to, I forget her name already. Becky. Where he mentions her a lot, and then she feels guilty and goes, "Yes, stop this."
Yeah.
And she goes over and quits to Marty.
Yeah, we get a passage of time montage.
Oh no, she breaks up with the boyfriend.
No.
Shoves him on.
Robert comes over and he's like, "Oh, I'm not sure." She goes, I'm not feeling this anymore." And Robert goes, "Yeah, me neither. Sorry." They shake hands, walk away. She immediately texts Madeline, going, "Robert's back on the market.
Get in."
And Madeline's font on her phone is fucking massive. It's like my dad's.
Kirsten.
Yeah, you get 2 words per screen. So she goes over to him and she says, "What do you know about ovens?"
Ooh,
As she means a fanny. And then we get a sad montage of her just eating macaroni cheese in her sweatpants.
This is where it felt like some of these films, they go up to this point and they have to speed to the end because we could have 90 minutes. This one was the opposite, where
the slow
really
crawl
dragged
to the finish
out
line.
these slow sad montage just to get to the 90 minutes.
Yeah, there was some very, very loud country and western music over the top of this as well.
Southwestern.
She's just eating mac and cheese for every meal. Why have any other food when you can just have macaroni cheese? And then her mum comes round, gives her some more juice. Why is her mum
so much juice?
Just the door.
Where's she getting all this fruit from?
Yeah.
Just
finds it on the floor. And she says, "Oh, you've not read Will's introduction in the book about your restaurant." And she goes, "What?" Slap, 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 slap. Runs really loudly down the corridor.
Slams the door in a mum.
Mum's used to it though. She's just like, "Bye," through the letterbox.
I'll go then.
She opens the book that she's been got, but she's never read. She just put it on a shelf, which is rude.
She's opened the package. She's looked at it and gone, "Oh, that's a nice thing."
Yeah.
Decided where on the shelf it belongs. Sorted out all the other books so it fits in nicely, but not actually opened it.
No. She opens it up, and on the front side, he's changed his introduction. Basically says, "I couldn't have done this without Becky. She taught me what it is to be a family and all this jazz, and I wish her well in her restaurant. I hope to be able to eat there one day." And she's like, "Oh, what a fool I am." So she goes and we see her fanning about in this restaurant, moving a table slightly to the left and slightly to the right.
Does it say how many weeks after or months after this is?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm assuming all this happens in the space of like 2 weeks.
The fastest printing press in the West.
This was supposedly what was it, 2020 it was filmed? Not 2019. Yes. You think after reading that, she'd text him or something and say, "Oh, that was really nice, that, thanks."
Phones only exist in this for plot purposes. They don't exist for actual function.
It's like a horror film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's sitting there with colour swatches and stuff. Chris Pratt walks in looking like he's done a shit in his pants. They have a bit of a flirty flirt. They love each other very much. They put a table for 2 out, which, again, and she goes, "What do you want?" And he goes, "You! To help me with another cookbook."
That we were going to get a sequel.
And then she goes, "Yeah!" Electric guitar. Thunderbolts. No. Then they have a kiss. That's another -1.
And then
my overall score for this is +2. That's my guess.
+2 when we get to it. Made a note for you.
And that's the end of the film.
And that's the end.
We get the credits.
Kiss credits. Hopefully a sequel. Cookbook number 2. Taste.
More like
a dash of love.
Tastes of London. I give this 4.2.
I'm going to go 5.3. It was just overly long.
Well, I've gone marginally above you. I've gone 5.4.
Okay.
It felt a bit long and it could have been cut
do you
down.
prefer the last one to this?
What was the last one?
Blueprint to the first fake Chris Pratt one. The one that really pissed me off because
I preferred that one to this, I think.
Yeah, I think he had more of a character in that one than this one.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
In this, he just kept doing goofy faces and stuff, didn't he, really? Whereas at least before he had an arc.
Yeah, fair enough. I prefer this one, but yeah.
Right, well, I had a bit of fun with Craig Facts this week because when I was scrolling through IMDb to try and get the references for everyone, I stumbled across quite a nice coincidence. So I thought, why not? So I'm not going to be doing Dennis Andreas again this week because we covered him last week on here. So we'll start with Debs Howard, who played Becky, known for her work in Crossword Mysteries, Pitch Perfect Mysteries, and Hayley Dean Mysteries.
Also known for her work as an IMAX cinema screen.
We also had Matthew James Dowden as Robert, who starred in Aurora Tea Garden Mysteries, Martha's Vineyard Mysteries, and Hayley Dean Mysteries.
How much mystery can there be at any one given time?
We also had Edwin Pierce as Stevie, who starred in Mystery 101, Emma Fielding Mysteries, and Garage Sale Mysteries.
What is all this?
I'm assuming these are all Hallmark, mysteries.
Mystery TV shows.
Yeah. So they're like Columbo, but no one gets murdered.
Is this like the Hallmark version of CSI?
Yeah.
No, they're all different shows.
They're all different shows.
All the clues are it's like Ghostwriter, but instead of a pervert in a computer.
But we're trying to find out if one person has been in all the CSIs. If we find one person who's been in all the Hallmark murder mystery ones.
These are all different ones.
Yeah, the CSI's all different.
I know.
Not a CSI Insight.
Oh, boo! Not even Fizzy Bolognese?
No, not even Fizzy Bolognese. This film was directed by Kevin Fair, who is known for directing Morning Show Mysteries, Emma Fielding Mysteries, and once again, Aurora Tea Garden Mysteries.
Mystery can happen in a tea garden.
Right,
oh no, where have all the packets of Canderel gone? Quick, get on the case.
Who's taking all the tea stirrers? Is it that Craig again?
Craig. He's fashioned them into stilts to get over the hedge.
So, moving on swiftly to what is fast becoming one of the highlights of this show, MovieGuide.org reviews. For those of us just joining us, MovieGuide.org is a Christian movie review site that reviews its films from -4 to +4. -4 being
that common scoring system.
Common scoring system of -4 to +4. -4 being intentionally blasphemous, gross immorality, and worldview problems.
-4 being Deadpool.
Yeah, -4 being Deadpool, as we found out today, and +4 being biblical. So, based on that scoring system, where are we putting Hint of Love?
+2 for me.
It's always +2.
There was inappropriate touching and a kissing between an unmarried couple.
Well, surprisingly, we're close to biblical with this. Has it got a +3?
Ah, man, you're allowed to touch hands but not lips.
Does it explain why?
We've got, dominant worldview. We've got strong moral, light redemptive worldview, stresses the importance of family and love. For foul language, we've got no obscenities or profanities. For violence, no violence. For sex, no sex. Nudity, no nudity. Alcohol use, adults drink wine.
Out of a big egg cup, yeah, that does happen.
Yeah. Smoking and drug use, no smoking and drug use. Miscellaneous immorality. Here we go again, everyone's favourite category.
Oh man, go on.
A woman says that her status will be elevated to godlike. Stone the blasphemer.
-1. Wow. There's no consistency across Dove.org. What was it?
MovieGuide.org.
MovieGuide.org. There's no consistency.
Nah, they fucking love this film on here. Ultimately, Hint of Love promotes a positive message that love unites people and helps them see eye to eye. Families looking for a positive, delightful movie may find just that in Up TV's Hint of Love.
But they do a kiss and they're not married.
They do a non-married kiss. I know, it's disgusting. Shame on them. So should be. You're right. It should be a +2. I think they've negated the unmarried kiss.
I'm going to write to them.
get it re-reviewed.
Yeah. Outrageous behaviour.
Excellent work. Well, thus ends Craig Facts for another week.
I'm going to change to Craig's Corner.
That needs a new theme tune.
It's no Craig's Corner.
I'll do another theme tune.
This is like Joe's Corner.
We can't all have different corners. That's weird.
It's like a triangle.
No houses are in a triangle.
Tell that tattoo to Carmoon.
All right. Tootin! No houses.
Triangle is shaped.
That was his mausoleum. It wasn't his house.
It's where he lived now.
Where he's living now.
1 out of 10 by Namedia 14, March 2024. Been done so many times.
Whoa, March what?
2021, sorry. I can't do it. It's like, this exact same story has been done so many times, 4 exclamation marks.
Yes.
Not even a different twist. Boring. Not worth watching unless you've never watched a Hallmark movie.
Well, no.
Have you heard us? I mean,
you're not watching these if you
well in the head.
Hallmark movie anyway.
Yeah, this is to escape from things. 9 out of 10. Believable story by Health from Stan 29, June 2021.
Sorry, believable story.
She's obviously well in with the cookbook editorial crowd.
She's the third most successful cookbook editor. He's Health from Stan 29. Coincidentally, this is the third Dennis Andres Real One movie I've seen this month alone, and setup is very much like Blueprint. And setup is very much like Blueprint to the Heart, i.e., a professional woman is employed to supposedly improve a fella. Hint of Love is the better of the two. I disagree, but not quite as good as Colours of Love. There is a third one in the trilogy.
Colours of Love.
Although the title fits much better. I bet he's a painter and decorator in that one.
Yeah.
The above flicks are all age viewable, but Hint of Love and Colour of Love are multi-generational. The battle is probably more original in this film. Posh chef versus single dad quick meals. And I think many viewers with all kinds of time limits will connect with the dad. I would buy his cookbook. Anthony, is it on Amazon?
It's the one that I was telling Craig about last week, the one with Chad Michael Murray, where Dennis Andres
where he plays best friend.
Yeah. Oh,
is it on Amazon? Is it on Prime?
I think it was.
Oh, well, we'll have to wait till it comes back round again.
No, hang on, bear with me.
And finally, 7 out of 10. Memo to Personal Attackers by Brian Flon 8. There is nothing cheaper and easier than attacking away a person looks. There should be a rule in place that the attacker must post a photo of themselves along with their attack. Guarantee that this kind of nonsense would stop immediately. If I did that, I'd have nothing left, mate. That's all I've got going for me.
It's not on Prime. It's 2021 film, so it's not on Prime.
Yeah, it's there to buy on Prime.
On the £6.
I'm not paying £6 to watch another Chris Pratt film.
You complete the trilogy.
It's not the Twackle Le Bleu, is it?
He's managed to elevate himself to actual known actors now.
Get out of here. This week's Hallmark of Greatness is 100 Things We Learned from Film.
In a world where knowledge is king, 2 men will strive to... Oh, sorry about that. We're 100 Things We Learned from Film, the podcast that takes a different subject movie each week and tries to learn 100 things. Hence the funny title. I'm Mark.
And I'm John, and my favourite thing I've learned so far is that chickens have pea crystals. What's yours?
Quite. Do you know the mosquito in the original Jurassic Park is the only type of mosquito that doesn't actually suck blood? So in this case, no blood, no dinosaurs, no film.
So that's us, 100 Things We've Learned from Film. Check us out wherever you get your podcasts every Monday.
I really like 100 Things. I say this about every one of them, but I really like 100 Things.
Haven't you been on this one?
I have been on that one, doing Anthony's favourite film, Bend It Like Beckham.
Yeah?
It was a very poor choice, because, yeah, there's only so much you can talk about All Saints, really. But yeah, it's good. It's funny if you like sort of pub quiz, trivia-y sort of stuff. It's very good, and they do a very good job of making it entertaining, unlike Anthony, who's watching the telly now.
I'm not watching telly. I was turning it off.
Yeah. Well, it's football finished now, is it?
I know, still well. In conclusion, that was a Hint of Love As always, if you'd like to keep up to date with all things Hallmark Greatness, follow us on Twitter at Hallmark Great, Instagram at Hallmark and Greatness, email us hallmarkandgreatness@gmail.com, Facebook, search for Hallmark Greatness. Joe's got a Twitch channel, which he never does.
Round you.
Any further comments?
The only thing we have to fear is, what is it? Colours of love.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's it. Bye, everyone.
See you next week, guys. Bye.
What is romance?
What is romance?